Jump ball.
Jump ball.
Jumped up.
Jumped up.
A jumped-up little bureaucrat.
Jumper.
Jumper.
Jumper cables.
Jumper cables.
Jumping jack.
Jumping jack.
Jumping off point.
Jumping off point.
Jump jet.
Jump jet.
Jump leads.
Jump leads.
Jump rope.
Jump rope.
Jump shot.
Jump shot.
Jump start.
Jump start.
Congress hopes the tax cut will jumpstart the economy.
Jumpsuit.
Jumpsuit.
Jump up.
Jump up.
Jump up, kids. Jumpy.
Jumpy.
Junction.
Junction.
The junction of Abbott Road and Mill Street. Junction 5 on the M40.
Juncture.
Juncture.
At this juncture, I suggest we take a short break.
The talks are at a critical juncture. June.
June.
I finished school last June.
My birthday is in June. We met on June 6th.
He resigned on the 6th of June.
The first round will be held June 6th.
Jungle.
Jungle.
The Amazon jungle.
The media jungle.
A jungle of freeways and highways. A jungle of freeways and highways. Jungle gym.
Jungle gym.
Junior. Junior.
John F. Kennedy, Jr.
Junior.
A junior doctor.
There are several people junior to me. The Junior Football Club.
The junior classrooms.
The second semester of my junior year.
She married a man 7 years her junior.
The juniors use the courts on Tuesday night. The juniors use the courts on Tuesday night.
An office junior.
Where's Junior?
Junior college.
Junior college.
Junior high school.
Junior high school.
Junior school.
Junior school.
Junior varsity.
Junior varsity.
Juniper.
Juniper.
Junk.
Junk.
This cupboard's full of junk.
Junk bond.
Junk bond.
Junket.
Junket.
Junk food.
Junk food.
Junkie.
Junkie.
A technology junkie.
Junk mail.
Junk mail.
Junk shop.
Junk shop.
Junkie.
Junkie.
Junkyard.
Junkyard.
Junta.
Junta.
Jupiter.
Jupiter.
A space probe on its way to Jupiter.
Jurassic.
Jurassic.
The Jurassic period.
Juridical.
Juridical.
Jurisdiction.
Jurisdiction.
The committee has jurisdiction over all tax measures.
Jurisprudence.
Jurisprudence.
Jurist.
Jurist.
Juror.
Juror.
Jury.
Jury.
The members of the jury.
The jury found him not guilty. The right to trial by jury.
Is it good value? The jury is still out on that. Is it good value? The jury is still out on that.
Jury box.
Jury box.
Jury service.
Jury service.
Just.
Just.
Lamb served with a red wine juice.
Just.
Just.
A good strong cup of coffee is just what I need right now. The house was large and roomy, just right for us. She looks just like her mother. Just what do you think you're trying to do?
It's just on 3 o'clock.
Just then Mrs. Robovich appeared at the bedroom door. Just as I opened the door, the telephone started to ring. A nice hot bath, just the thing to relax sore muscles.
It's nothing serious, just a small cut.
Don't be too hard on him. He's just a kid.
Can you wait just a few minutes?
It's not just me. There are other people involved as well.
John's just told me that he's getting married.
I've just been out shopping.
Wait a minute, I'm just coming.
He was just leaving when the phone rang. I'm just finishing my homework. It won't take long.
The concert was just about to start.
It just isn't true.
I just love being in the mountains.
It was just wonderful to see Joyce again.
I just wish I could believe you.
We moved here just after our son was born.
I saw her just before she died. It's just under 3 centimeters long.
He just managed to get home before dark.
We could just see the coast of France in the distance. Those pants only just fit you now. She was earning just enough money to live on.
The plums are just about ripe now. Just about everybody will be affected by the tax increases. Brad is just as good as the others. I love this country just as much as you do.
We'll just have to watch and see what happens.
You just have to accept things and get on with your life.
For the best results, use olive oil. Not just any olive oil, mind. Only the finest quality will do. For the best results, use olive oil. Not just any olive oil, mind. Only the finest quality will do. For the best results, use olive oil. Not just any olive oil, mind. Only the finest quality will do.
I'd just as soon stay at home. I don't really enjoy parties.
You could try Renee. She might just know where they live now. It may just have been a coincidence.
I can't leave just yet. I've still got a couple of letters to write.
Just because you're older than me, it doesn't mean you can tell me what to do.
Just a minute. I'll see if I can find it for you. Just a minute. How do I know you're not telling me a pack of lies?
Could I just say a few words before we start?
Would you just explain to us how the system works? Look, just shut up for a minute.
Now, just listen to what I'm telling you.
No, I do like Chinese food. It's just that I'm not hungry. Where have my glasses gone? I had them just now. We're busy just now. Can you come back later? Just think. In a week, we'll be lying on a beach in the sun.
It's just as well we'd prepared everything beforehand.
He's a selfish, rude, ignorant man. Isn't he just?
Her house always has to be just so.
You should have beaten them, shouldn't you? Just so.
Henry sincerely believed that he was fighting a just war.
A just settlement.
Charlemagne was respected as a just ruler.
A just reward for their loyal service.
What would be a just punishment for such a crime?
I hope that he's caught and gets his just deserts.
These men are criminals, but they must be dealt with justly.
An achievement of which we can be justly proud. An achievement of which we can be justly proud. Justice.
Justice.
A book on the criminal justice system.
The killers will be brought to justice.
Acts of terrorism must not escape justice. Children have a strong sense of justice.
His people came to him demanding justice.
No one doubts the justice of our cause.
The photo doesn't do her justice. No words can do justice to the experience. Sarah panicked in the exam and didn't do herself justice.
Justice of the peace.
Justice of the peace.
Justifiable.
Justifiable.
Justifiable anger.
Are these experiments morally justifiable? Are these experiments morally justifiable?
Justifiable homicide.
Justifiable homicide.
Justification.
Justification.
There is no justification for holding her in jail.
Hoggart felt, with some justification, that his colleagues had let him down. He made a speech in justification of his actions.
Justified.
Justified.
In the Chief Constable's view, the use of force was fully justified.
Under the circumstances, the principal was justified in expelling this student.
Justify.
Justify.
Ministers must appear before Parliament and justify their actions.
How can we justify spending so much money on arms?
I don't have to justify myself to you or anyone else.
Nothing justifies murdering another human being.
Just in time.
Just in time.
Just-in-time manufacturing methods.
Jut.
Jut.
Tall, jagged rocks jutted out over the beach.
She jutted her chin out aggressively as she glowered back at him.
Jutting cliffs.
Jute.
Jute.
Juvenile.
Juvenile.
Juvenile crime. A juvenile court. A very juvenile sense of humour.
Juvenile delinquent.
Juvenile delinquent.
Juxtapose.
Juxtapose.
A style of decor that juxtaposes antiques with modern furniture.
K.
K.
A salary of 30k a year.
A 20k international race walker.
Kebab.
Kebab.
Kaffeeklatsch.
Kaffeeklatsch.
Kaffir.
Kaffir.
Kaftan.
Kaftan.
Kalashnikov.
Kalashnikov.
Kale.
Kale.
Kaleidoscope.
Kaleidoscope.
A kaleidoscope of cultures.
Kaleidoscopic.
Kaleidoscopic.
Kamikaze.
Kamikaze.
Kamikaze lorry drivers.
Kangaroo.
Kangaroo.
Kangaroo court.
Kangaroo court.
Kaolin.
Kaolin.
Kapok.
K-Park. Kaput.
Kaput.
The TV's gone kaput.
Karaoke.
Karaoke.
A karaoke bar. Carrot.
Carrot.
Karate.
Karate.
Karma.
Karma.
The house had a lot of bad karma.
Cart.
Kurt.
Kazi.
Karzy.
Katydid.
Katydid.
Kayak.
Kayak.
Kazoo.
Kazoo.
KC.
KC. Kebab.
Kebab.
Kedgeree.
Kedgeree.
Keel.
Keel.
Now that the crisis is over, we must try to get things back on an even keel.
Several soldiers keeled over in the hot sun.
Keelhaul.
Keelhaul.
Keen.
Keen.
He told me that he was keen to help.
I wasn't keen on going there on my own.
The government is keen for peace talks to start again.
The chairman is keen that the company should expand its product range. I'm not keen on cabbage. She likes biology, but she's not too keen on physics. My flatmates want to have a party, but I'm not keen on the idea. A keen photographer.
Keen golfers.
Daniel's very keen on tennis.
I was mad keen on dinosaurs when I was little. She takes a keen interest in politics and current affairs.
Keen students.
The kids in my class are all very keen.
She was new in the job and keen as mustard.
Dogs have a very keen sense of smell.
She has a keen eye for talent.
A keen understanding of commerce. With her keen mind and good business sense, she soon became noticed.
As she walked away, Joe felt a keen sense of loss.
We won the contest in the face of keen competition. We won the contest in the face of keen competition.
I was keenly aware of the dangers. I was keenly aware of the dangers.
Keep. Keep.
We huddled around the fire to keep warm.
I was struggling to keep awake.
Keep your room tidy.
Some toys to keep the kids amused.
Peter cycles to work to keep fit. Don't keep us in suspense any longer. The police put up barriers to keep the crowds back.
If I were you, I'd keep away from that area at night. A sign saying, "Danger, keep out."
The little boy kept close to his mother. Keep him out of trouble.
You keep out of this, Mother, it's no concern of yours.
Jane kept the engine running.
I keep thinking about Joe, all alone in that place. I keep telling you, but you won't listen. She pretended not to hear and kept on walking.
You can keep it. I don't need it anymore.
We decided to keep our old car instead of selling it.
I kept his letters for years.
In spite of everything, Robin's managed to keep her sense of humor.
Where do you keep your tea bags?
George kept a bottle of whiskey under his bed.
He was kept in prison for a week without charge.
He should be here by now. What's keeping him?
How do I know you'll keep your word?
Patients who fail to keep their appointments. Patients who fail to keep their appointments.
Can I trust you to keep a secret?
That woman's been through such a lot. I don't know how she keeps going.
Her letters were the only thing that kept me going while I was in prison. Her letters were the only thing that kept me going while I was in prison.
The library costs £5 million a year to run, and the council can't afford to keep it going.
Persevere and keep going until you reach your ideal weight.
The library costs £5 million a year to run, and the council can't afford to keep it going.
Persevere and keep going until you reach your ideal weight. Persevere and keep going until you reach your ideal weight.
I'll have a biscuit to keep me going until dinner time.
Eat the salmon because it won't keep till tomorrow.
We keep chickens and a couple of pigs.
Will you keep a seat for me?
Sorry to keep you waiting. I got stuck in a meeting.
He did not earn enough to keep a wife and children.
There's enough money there to keep you in Champagne for a year.
The Lord bless you and keep you.
His only thought was to keep the child from harm.
Keep quiet, I'm trying to watch the game.
Hi, Mark. How are you keeping? Oh, not so bad.
She can keep her wild parties and posh friends. I like the quiet life.
I don't have time to listen now. Don't worry, it'll keep.
I know it's hard, but keep at it. Don't give up.
I got the feeling he was keeping something back.
She was struggling to keep back the tears. Fear and stereotypes have kept women back for centuries. Fear and stereotypes have kept women back for centuries. They kept back some of his wages to pay for the damage. They kept back some of his wages to pay for the damage.
We need to keep costs down.
I could hardly keep anything down for about 3 days.
Keep your voice down. She'll hear you.
Can you keep it down? I'm trying to work.
Plantation owners kept slaves down by refusing them an education. Plantation owners kept slaves down by refusing them an education.
His ex-wife had kept him from seeing his children.
I hope I haven't kept you from your work.
Put the pizza in the bottom of the oven to keep the cheese from burning.
The play was so boring, I could hardly keep myself from falling asleep.
The government had wanted to keep this information from the public.
They kept her in overnight for observation.
It's a good idea to keep in with the boss.
She held an old piece of cloth over them both to keep the rain off. She held an old piece of cloth over them both to keep the rain off. How are we going to keep the flies off this food?
Keep your hands off me.
Keep off fatty foods.
A program aimed at keeping teenagers off drugs.
You just have to keep on trying.
If you're good, they might keep you on after Christmas. There's no need to keep on and on about it. If I didn't keep on at the children, they'd never do their homework.
It's best to keep to the paths.
Keep to the speed limits.
Costs must be kept to a minimum.
I'd appreciate it if you kept it to yourself.
I don't think I can keep this up any longer.
How long can the economic boom keep up?
I had to walk fast to keep up with him. Jack's having trouble keeping up with the rest of the class.
Employees need to keep up with the latest technical developments.
NATO kept up the pressure on the Serbs to get out of Kosovo.
Food production is not keeping up with population growth.
I used to speak French, but I haven't kept it up.
I hope I'm not keeping you up.
We sang as we marched to keep our spirits up.
It's time you got a job and started earning your keep.
Marriage ought to be for keeps. Marriage ought to be for keeps.
Keep away.
Keep away.
Keeper.
Keeper.
A beekeeper.
Bob is head lion keeper at the zoo.
A lighthouse keeper.
The keeper of Greek coins in the British Museum.
Keep fit.
Keep fit.
Keepy uppy. Keepy uppy.
Keeping.
Keeping.
In keeping with tradition, everyone wore black.
The cheerful cover of the book is out of keeping with the sad story told inside it. The cheerful cover of the book is out of keeping with the sad story told inside it.
Keepsake.
Keepsake.
Kefir.
Kefir.
Keg.
Keg.
Kegger.
Kegger.
Keister.
Keister.
Kelp.
Kelp.
Kelvin.
Kelvin.
Ken.
Can.
Mysteries beyond our ken.
Kennel.
Kennel.
The puppy, which may have rabies, is at a quarantine kennel.
Keno.
Keno.
The Kentucky Derby.
Kentucky Derby.
Kept.
Kept.
Kept woman.
Kept woman.
Curb.
Curb.
His car mounted the curb and ploughed into a bus queue. His car mounted the curb and ploughed into a bus queue. His car mounted the curb and ploughed into a bus queue.
Curb crawler.
Curb crawler.
He was arrested for curb crawling.
Kerchief.
Kerchief.
Ka-ching. Kerching. There were people lined up around the block on the movie's opening night. Ka-ching.
Kerfuffle.
Kerfuffle.
Colonel.
Colonel.
This evidence is the kernel of the defendant's case. There may be a kernel of truth in what he says.
Kerosene.
Kerosene.
A kerosene lamp.
Kestrel.
Kestrel.
Ketch.
Ketch.
Ketamine.
Ketamine.
Ketchup.
Ketchup.
A bottle of tomato ketchup.
Kettle.
Kettle.
She filled the kettle and switched it on.
The kettle's boiling.
Put the kettle on, will you? Put the kettle on, will you? She enjoys public speaking, but being on TV is a different kettle of fish.
Kettlebells.
Kettlebells.
Kettle drum.
Kettle drum.
Kettling. Kettling.
Cupid doll.
Cupid doll.
Key. Key.
I lost my house keys.
A bunch of keys hung from his belt.
I can lend you a spare key to the store until you get one cut. I can lend you a spare key to the store until you get one cut.
Working well as a team is the key to success. Working well as a team is the key to success.
A discovery that may hold the key to our understanding of the universe.
Press the escape key to exit.
Piano keys.
A tune in the key of A minor.
The Florida Keys.
China's support is key to the success of the coalition.
President makes all the key decisions on foreign policy.
The show has been hit by the departure of key personnel.
Abdul keyed the game with 3 touchdowns.
Key in your password and press Return.
The daycare hours are keyed to the needs of working parents. The daycare hours are keyed to the needs of working parents.
Pensions are keyed to the rate of inflation.